Dear friends, we are now going to study in class 9 next chapter, that is quadrilateral. In quadrilaterals, let us understand what does the quadrilateral means. See, if 4 points are there, please note I have placed 4 points which are not in line. So 4 non-collinear points. If there are 3, if 4 points are collinear, they will form a line. They cannot form a quadrilateral. If even 3 points are collinear and 1 point is non-collinear, it will form a triangle. So all these 4 points, of these 4 points, no 3 points must be collinear. So definition of the quadrilateral is a closed figure, a closed figure formed by joining four non-collinear points. Non-collinear points is called as quadrilateral. Is called as quadrilateral. So please note, it is formed by joining 4 points. Let us name them A, B, C, D. Here you will see, so like this closed figure is having 4 segments and hence we call it sides. So AB is one of the side AB, then side BC, side CD, and side AD. These are the 4 sides of quadrilateral. Are 4 sides of quadrilateral. 4 sides of quadrilateral. Please note, it does have 4 angles as well. So angle A, angle B, angle C, and angle D are angles of 4 angles of quadrilateral. Quadrilateral. This is what you have already studied. Now, if you join the opposite angles, please note, these are adjacent angles. Angle A, angle B are adjacent angles. Angle B, angle A are adjacent angle. Angle B, angle C are adjacent angles. Angle C, angle B are adjacent angles, and these are opposite angles. That is, angle A, angle C are opposite angles. Angle B and angle D are opposite angles. If we segment joining the opposite vertices, so a segment joining opposite vertices are called as diagonals. So these are called as diagonals. Both are called as diagonals. So a segment joining opposite vertices of quadrilateral of quadrilateral are segments joining opposite vertices of quadrilateral are called as diagonals. There are 2 diagonals to the quadrilateral. So here in the figure you will see diagonal AC and diagonal BD. These segments are 2 diagonals. These are the examples of diagonals, that is AC and BD are called as diagonals. Dear friends, next point is types of quadrilaterals. Now try to understand. If one of the pair of the quadrilateral is parallel, if one of the pair is parallel, then we call it a trapezium. So trapezium is that quadrilateral which is having one pair parallel, one pair of the side is parallel. So a quadrilateral having a quadrilateral having a pair of sides parallel is called as is called as trapezium. Please note this A means 1. A stands for 1. So a quadrilateral having a pair of sides parallel is called as trapezium. Now, if both pairs are parallel, please note this side is parallel, this side is also. So here A, B, C, D. In this figure you will notice that if AB is parallel to this side is parallel to DC and AD is parallel to BC. If both the pairs are parallel, then we call such quadrilaterals as parallelogram. So parallelogram means a quadrilateral, a quadrilateral, a quadrilateral having opposite pairs parallel, opposite pairs, or you can say both pairs parallel, opposite pairs of sides parallel is called parallelogram. Now see, if you take another special type of parallelogram whose opposite sides are parallel and one angle is right angle. Please note, if one angle is right angle and opposite sides are parallel, then we call such a quadrilateral as rectangle. So rectangle is a quadrilateral which is a special type of parallelogram. So a parallelogram, it does mean that opposite sides are parallel. So both sides are parallel. A parallelogram with a angle, or you can say one angle, with an angle as a right angle, is called as rectangle. Please note, this is a special type of parallelogram which is having one angle as right angle. Other angles automatically become right angle. This is what we are going to study in this chapter. So it is a parallelogram which is having one angle as right angle. Even if one is right angle, others automatically become. Next is rhombus. So rhombus is also a parallelogram, but again it is a special type of parallelogram. Please note, it is having opposite sides parallel, but all these sides are equal. So it is a parallelogram which is having all sides equal. So a parallelogram with equal sides, with all equal sides is called as rhombus. Dear friends, next type of quadrilateral is a square. Now please note, square is a parallelogram which is having all sides equal and one angle as a right angle. Or you can say square is a rhombus with one angle as a right angle. So square is it is a special type of parallelogram. We are going to write with respect to parallelogram because we are going to study parallelogram in more detail. So here a parallelogram with all sides equal, and an angle as a right angle. One of the angle is right angle. If one of the angle is a right angle, then we call such a parallelogram as square. So a parallelogram with all sides equal and an angle as right angle is called as square. Next type of figure. So here you can understand square is having all sides equal and one of the angle is right angle. Other angles automatically become congruent. We are going to study this in this chapter. Opposite angles of every parallelogram are congruent and So these opposite angles become congruent, and we have already studied interior angles are supplementary. So if one of the angle is 90, the other must be 90. It means automatically all angles become right angle. Next special type of quadrilateral is a kite. Please note, a kite is something like this, which is having adjacent sides equal. So please note, these two sides are equal and these two sides are equal. Please note here, kite is not a parallelogram. So this is this quadrilateral which is not a parallelogram. So a quadrilateral with adjacent sides equal and which is not a parallelogram and which is not a parallelogram is called kite. Please note one more properties. We have already studied diagonals of kite are perpendicular to each other. So we are going to study parallelogram in more detail and the formulas related to this. Thus, from the definitions you will understand that every square is a rectangle as well as rhombus. So from their definitions we can say that every square is rhombus also and rectangle also. Every square is rhombus, rectangle and parallelogram. Then every rhombus is a parallelogram. Every rhombus is parallelogram. Then every trapezium is a parallelogram. Every trapezium is a parallelogram. Please note, definition of trapezium is one pair must be parallel. Definition of parallelogram is both pairs must be parallel. So when it is a parallelogram means it is already having one pair parallel. Hence we can say that every trapezium is a parallelogram. Then please note, kite is neither parallelogram nor trapezium. So kite is not a parallelogram. Every rectangle is a parallelogram. Every rectangle is parallelogram. Every trapezium is parallelogram, but every parallelogram is not trapezium. Every parallelogram is not every parallelogram is not trapezium. Then one more thing we are going to study about trapezium. So we have already studied one pair is parallel and other pair is not parallel. Now if these non-parallel sides are equal, please note, they are equal in length, they are not parallel. So if non-parallel sides of trapezium are equal, then we call such a trapezium as isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium means a trapezium having non-parallel sides equal is called a trapezium having non-parallel sides equal is called isosceles trapezium. So we are going to study much more properties and theorems related to parallelogram. We are going to study parallelogram in more detail and other quadrilaterals in not that details.